Hello, welcome back. I'm Braden, and I think I'm going to try out something different in today's episode. I think I'm planning on... I'm going to go try to find a place to go mining, and then I'm going to try and do a... Jesus. Do a dedicated 1 hour mining session and see what it comes back with. And I'm just gonna do a quick, speed up, edited, show anything cool on it. And I'll come back to you right after. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, this is gonna be a kind of shorter video today. Because I'm experimenting with something new, where I just wanted to put together the best bits of this mining trip I took. And I don't know, just talk for a little bit. The main topic I kind of wanted to talk about, and I might go more in depth eventually in another video, is how being an adult is difficult. So what I mean whenever I say that is like I'm about to turn 20 and I'm not ready for that. I mean, I am and I'm not. It's just getting older feels strange. And I'm sure everyone relates to that. Because when you're a kid, you're just so ready to grow up and grow up and grow up. And then at one point, you're just like, wait, hold on. Let's slow this down a bit. But you can't. You can't stop it. So you kind of just have to deal with it. But it's just. It's slightly a rant. But you have to juggle so many different things. Like, right now, I have a job. I work at a Subway, and my manager has just not been doing the best about giving me hours and stuff. So that's kind of sucked, to be completely honest. But so I'm trying to learn how to live off of this less amount while I'm hopefully waiting for things to improve, but I'm also debating on finding another job now because of it. Because and I mean, I don't have it as hard as some people do at my age. I'm still living with my parents, but and and my main expense is like I have a car insurance that I have to pay every month, and that's the main issue. But I'm usually the one out of my friends to like pay for servers, or sometimes I'll gift other people games, and it's difficult that I can't do that as much anymore because I have these other issues to deal with, like my car insurance or paying for gas. I have to pay for appointments, and it's stressful. And they don't really tell you when you're younger how stressful being an adult will be. It's just something you kind of gotta learn, and I'm still learning it. Like I can't imagine how stressful it's gonna be whenever I start looking into getting my own place and then having to pay utilities, and that's gonna be fun. But oh yeah, and right here in the clip, I was trying to figure out if I could mine gold with a copper pickaxe, and obviously you can't. But you just learn to kind of go with the flow, deal with change, and change is just something difficult for some people. Other people don't mind. Change is difficult for me personally, but I'm getting better at coping with it and learning to be better with change, even though it is a tad difficult. Well, I wanted to talk about. I've had a few jobs. I've had multiple jobs, and I'm sure I'm gonna have a ton more jobs in the future. Like, my current job, I'm definitely not going to stick with that forever. Because who wants to be a sandwich artist for the rest of their life? No, no one does. But I enjoy it, though the pay isn't the greatest. And I'm just trying to live my life. But my previous job, I worked at an assisted living facility. And I'm not going to go into the name of the place, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. I was a kitchen aide, so I would uh, help like prep the food and bring out drinks and bring out the food to all the old people. And they were lovely. I mean, at least a majority of them. There were obviously a few that didn't want to be there, but I mean, I understand. So I was lenient and I didn't care much. But um it was a good job. It paid well. The main issue was the management there was just terrible. We never had what we needed to make any food, like the correct food in the kitchen, so we were improvising all the time. It was really difficult, and we just had to go with the flow, try to make it, and then we would get the ones blamed. And they'd always be mismanaging, and we didn't have a manager in the kitchen for probably a month. So we were kind of just living by ourselves. And I had to wash the dishes. I had to do so many dishes. And I got good at it, but I take a bit longer when doing the dishes because I like to try and do everything correctly. I don't want to do anything wrong because why even do it in the first place if you're not going to do it correctly, you know? So eventually I decided I put in my 2 weeks because nothing was going to change and I was just miserable. So I had to make the decision to get out of there, which not everyone can do. And I was lucky enough to be able to make that decision to leave that job, and I wasn't like reliant on that paycheck to make sure I could just live. But sometimes I do find myself missing it, which is strange because I hated it. I hated that job. Though I do miss the pay. But my job before that, I've had 4 jobs now, and this would be my second job. I worked at a local state park, and I worked in their kitchen, which, by the way, I enjoy cooking. So you see a bit of a pattern. I've worked in food service all my jobs, and it was really nice. It was really fun, but it was around a 40-minute drive away from me. So I ended up quitting because of the fact that I could not make that whenever the winter came because it was just I had to take back roads there the entire way and it would have been terrible and I would have gotten into a car accident and it would have sucked. But the job was so nice and it was so beautiful, the state park. And the people were lovely and I worked with one of my best friends there. So it was a really nice job. And I do think about going back sometimes, but I'm trying to push forward and figure out life. That's me pushing forward and messing around with change is one of the reasons why I'm doing these YouTube videos. Because I want to try this. This has been my dream since I was a child. And I guess one of the benefits of being an adult is you are able to push for your dreams now. And it's going to be difficult. Even doing this little amount of editing has taken so much time. But I'm enjoying it a lot. So I'm going to keep trying to do this. Because, I mean, even no one watches it, and obviously I'd love if people watch it, I'm enjoying it. And I'm having fun messing around and experimenting with these different things. though I am still trying to figure out with the audio issues, and I'm doing a ton of research. And there's a version of DaVinci Resolve which could apparently fix all my issues, but it'll cost like $300. And I do not have that money to spare. Like, you have to spend money on so much, especially car. Having a car is expensive. During my first 6 months of owning my car, which it's technically I believe a 2009 Jeep, Jeep Wrangler, I believe. I'd have to double check, but within the first 6 months, I had to replace the entire gas tank because it was about to fall out the bottom of my car. And my gas gauge wasn't reading it correctly, so I just had to guess when I was low on gas. Which, I mean, I learned to deal with, but it was not the most fun thing to do. But, and now I need to go get my brakes fixed, and that's going to cost me around $300. And that's going to be a pain. But at least I have a car, I guess. And being an adult is, it's difficult. Truly is difficult. Never said it, no one said it was going to be easy. But I'm figuring it out, and I'm going to continue to figure it out. And also, off topic here, I just found a spider spawner, which I think I'm going to try to transform into a mob farm at some point. I'm not sure when yet, but probably in the coming future. I think I might want to finish focusing on my, like, finish work on the house first. But the mob farm was a great find. I did not expect to find anything like that. But yeah, it's fun. I'm really enjoying this. And I hope whoever decides to watch enjoys this too. I know I'm still kind of bad at this. I'm really bad at this right now, but I'm learning and I'm trying to get better. And that's all that really matters. And I hope you can put up with my issues, like me and the issues that I'm having until I can finally make something great, deliver it to you, and show you what I'm capable of. Because this is just the beginning learning curve where I'm trying to get better. But getting better takes time. It's not something I can rush into. And it takes a long time to figure that out. It took me a long time to figure that out. And it sucks. But that's about it. Let's get back. Alright, and now just for a check-in for what all I got after the mining. Which, copper armor, by the way. But I'm sure you noticed that. We got out with 16 diamonds, some redstone, gold, yada yada. But the main thing that caught my attention was we got the notch apple, which I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet. I might make it into a banner because I, for some reason, like doing that. I got Depth Strider and a name tag. But I think that's all I've been planning for today's video. And I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you later.